And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you here to our beautiful campus here at Heritage High School. We are getting ready for day number 3 of the Brustein Invitational at the Rail Yard. Our first game of 2 today is going to feature our visitors, the Gentry Pioneers, taking on your Heritage High School War Eagles. At this time, we introduce the starting lineups for tonight's game. We'll begin with our visitors from Gentry. Leading off is the shortstop, number 13, Presley Ward. Batting second and catching, number 8, Olivia Nations. Batting third, playing third, number 00, Audrey Littlejohn. Batting fourth in center field, number 21, Alexis Lopez. Hitting fifth is the right fielder, number 10, Evie Tomlinson. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 2, Cindy Barger. Batting seventh is the pitcher, number 5, Callie Jordan. Hitting eighth in left field, Macy Holzkamper. And batting ninth at second base, number 4, Tammy Kirk. And now welcome to the starting lineup for your Heritage High School War Eagles. Leading off, playing center field, number 11, Kyler Strickland. Batting second, your second baseman, number 2, Ava DeFreitas. Batting third, playing first base, number 4, Jocelyn Strickland. Batting fourth and pitching, number 20, Lillian Hagedorn. Batting fifth is your left fielder, number 5, Lily Humphreys. Batting sixth and catching, number 24, Carly Earl. Hitting seventh is the shortstop, number 22, Sydney Gaffney. Hitting eighth and playing third base, number 14, Gabby Kelly. Batting ninth is the DP, number 13, Libby Casto. And flexing out in right field, number 6, Maddie Hughes. Your War Eagles are coached by Rodney Bowen. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we would ask that you please rise. Turn your attention to our nation's flag in right center field. Stand with us as we honor America, the playing of our national anthem. Fans, we thank you once again for joining us here at the Brustein Invitational at the Rail Yard. We've got a great afternoon for it. Let's play ball. And a very pleasant good afternoon, all of you tuning in here on YouTube, also those tuning in on Game Changer. Welcome to the Brustein Invitational. First of 2 today, we're going to broadcast all games here on YouTube. With me, as always, tennis coach Taylor Tinsley. I left off the local legend part, but I said it anyway. So did I really? How you doing, Coach?
Doing great. How are you today?
Really good. Another gorgeous day at the ballpark. I tell you, when we were sitting around last weekend, and I'm getting cabin fever from the nice cold rain. Like, it sure is nice that we flipped the weather around for this week.
It is, for sure. We've had some bad weather games for sure, but it doesn't get much better than today.
Leading it off for Gentry, the shortstop, Presley Ward. And our first game today is the Gentry Pioneers taking on our host War Eagles. That one lifted to second, back into right, shallow right field as Ava DeFreitas can see the wind push that one just a little bit. First pitch, first out of the game. We like that. We like that kind of efficiency, Coach.
Yes, we do. Didn't waste any time getting that first out.
Next batter's the catcher, Olivia Nations. This is a game we've already seen before at this field earlier in the season. Gentry was in here. Very competitive game. Gentry had a lead on us. There's a strike over the outside edge from Lillian Hagedorn. That one, Coach, we had 6 straight 2-out hits back-to-back that led us to a comeback win over Gentry. Since then, this Gentry bunch has been rolling. That one lifted to the right side. Jocelyn says she's got that one. She puts it away. First 2 are gone quickly here in the top of the first. Next batter's the third baseman, Audrey Littlejohn. That brings up Littlejohn. An unusual wind like yesterday, not quite as unusual. Yesterday we were blowing straight out from the plate to center field. This is now almost north. It's going to help every ball in the air, I believe. Certainly anything center and right, wind's going to help anything go in that direction. Littlejohn last time didn't need the wind. She put one out on 6th Street. That one in off the plate. Nice job working that inside edge there by Lillian Hagedorn. It is 1-1. That one says doesn't find the outside edge, either outside or low. 2-1 to count. Again, a gorgeous day at the ballpark. If you just love softball, this is the place to be. That one lifted back and out of play. I feel like I don't need the sound effect if it actually makes the loud crash off of the metal roof. It's like it does it for us.
It does.
2-2 the count. 3-hole hitter and a dangerous one in Littlejohn. That one down and out. Full count. That one off the edge, missed the corner, tried the corner, didn't get it. On to first base goes Littlejohn with a 2-out walk. Next batter is the center fielder, Alexis Lopez. So in steps Lopez. On deck batter is Evie Tomlinson. We mentioned this before, and I feel like I say this every time, but if you tuned in, seeing Gentry on the jerseys, drilled in the hole. Sydney's got to stop it on to second, not in time. This will be an infield single for Lopez. Well played, but just in a bad spot. Going to bring up Evie Tomlinson with 2 outs. Next batter is the right fielder, Evie Tomlinson. Just to finish my thought, this Gentry team is very good.
Yes,
another one that advanced to the Final Four of their division last year. These first 5 hitters were girls I saw all the time on the travel circuit. They've played a lot of softball. They're good.
Yes, they are.
Strike over the outside edge there by Lillian Hagedorn. 2 quick outs and then back-to-back base runners. That one lifted to right. Ava makes the call, drifts into right field, and it's going to drop off her glove into the outfield. Lopez is going to advance all the way to third. Littlejohn scores. And 1 run across early on the War Eagle error. Next batter is the first baseman, Cindy Barger. And Coach, there I think again you see the wind impacting that. That's a ball that Ava drifted on, not coming down where she thought it was going to be. And you can see that flag pretty stiff blowing.
Yes, you can.
Basically from the third base bag to the scoreboard. It's going to help anything that direction for sure. Now we got to regroup right here, get this third out with no more harm done. That one grounded inside the bag. That's trouble. 1 run is in. They're going to wave the runner from third. She will score. It's a 2-run double for Barger, and Gentry is on top 3-0.
That's a great hit right there. Right over the first base bag.
Next batter's the pitcher, Callie Jordan. Went from 2 quick outs here in the top of the first to a heap of trouble. We're down 3-0. Strike 1 on the outside edge from Hagedorn. Again, first of 2 here tonight. This is the only one for the War Eagles. Good strike on the outside edge. Outside corner at the knees. Harbor will play Houston Christian after this one. That one's scheduled to start at 6:30. We'll broadcast that one as well. That one just off the outside edge. Good 2-strike pitch right there by Lillian. Pitcher on pitcher battle. Just off the edge again. Must have gotten a "where was that" from somebody. He pointed outside. Somebody. It looked good. She hit a spot. It's just off the edge with 2 strikes. That again, a pretty good pitch. 3 in very similar locations, just off the edge. Full count now to the pitcher Jordan. Macy Holzkamper's on deck. Fouled off the netting. Full count again. Runner on second is Barger. She had the big hit of the inning, the 2-run double.
War Eagles really need him out here to get out of this inning.
That one grounded to first. Jocelyn comes up and gets it before it hits the bag. And that's going to retire the side, but damage done. Gentry gets 3 on a couple of hits. 1 runner is left. We go to the bottom of the first. Gentry 3, War Eagles nothing. The War Eagles would like to thank Kings River Ranch Retreat It's been the usual top 3 at the order: Kyler Strickland, Ava DeFreitas, and Jocelyn Strickland. That's the way we will get it started here in the bottom of the first against Gentry, and she's going to get hit. Now batting number 2, Ava DeFreitas.
Always a big hit or walk-up music.
Had to stick around at least for the hoo-hoo. Fouled off the netting, 0-1 the count. Good combination to put a play on here. Ava handles the bunt very well. Kyler, of course, can really run. Legal pitch. So you can see here what she called there is she is outside of the throwing lane. If they continue to call that, that could actually be a problem, because now you're actually, like, she's not used to that being called, and that's her throwing motion, right? So,
Yes.
like, watch it again here. She's on the line there. Kyler takes off. The throw to second is not in time. Stolen base for Kyler Strickland. She's at second. 2-1 the count on Ava DeFreitas. Don't have to get them all back here, but sure would love to get a couple back here, Coach. Scratch that one across at least.
Definitely.
Or get 6. Either one's fine.
Either one.
Fouled, back, and out of play.
But what the umpires say she did on the illegal pitch.
So if you actually see, this is a rule that's kind of unique to softball. You can see the 2 stripes on each side of the pitching rubber. You've got to stay within that lane. And he said that she strode outside of it. And you can see, like there, she may actually be thinking about it. That looked unusual.
Yes.
And her natural pitching motion lands her right on that left stripe out there. In off the plate. Ball 4. They throw behind Kyler. Now batting number 4, Jocelyn Strickland. You know, it's actually not a little, he only called it once. It's not a little thing. Change up, drifts in, that's a good pitch. Early in the count, Jocelyn content to let that one go, but it floats in there for a strike. But she may have moved over on the right of the rubber. I wasn't paying attention on where she was, but it may have altered. And there you see that's inside, off the inside edge. 1-1 the count. I had a pitcher when we were younger. She was 13, so like more prone to getting to her mentally. They called a couple of illegal pitches on her. Ooh, change up. Says got the inside corner. 1-2 the count. And when mentally it can have as much of an impact on you as certainly as just the ball. The one ball doesn't mean much. First and second now for Jocelyn. Outside, 1-2 the count. Two and two, correct, yeah. On deck batters, Lillian Hagedorn. In off the plate. Count goes full to Jocelyn. Change up, that's drilled into left. It's to the left fielder. Coach Bowen's going to hold the runner at third, and a good idea, strong throw in from the left fielder Holzkamper. But the bases are loaded after the single from Jocelyn. Now batting the pitcher, Lillian Hagedorn. Whoops.
Good call by Coach Bowen to hold her at third there. That's a pretty strong throw from the outfield. Now you got her at home.
And probably against his most primal instincts. That ball in the turf.
Yes.
She doesn't go again. Bowen likes to windmill people in. He doesn't like to hold people up. Yes. But a great job right there. Infield in early for Gentry with a 3-run lead. A little bit of a surprise. Ball in the turf. Went back to the screen. Not far enough for Kyler to advance. Lifted to left. That gets over the left fielder. And down. On to third goes DeFreitas. Runners are only going to be able to advance one base. It's an RBI single for Hagedorn. I think so. That's a tough play. Now batting, left fielder, Lily Humphreys.
Definitely not routine.
And now we got a courtesy coming. Should tell Bowen you cannot wait until after I play the walk-up music. It's like a rule.
That's right.
Courtesy runner at first is number 1, Destiny Soriano. Bases are loaded and nobody out. A good answer by the War Eagles. Of course, we're looking for more. We don't want to stop here.
Yes.
Ava is at third. Jocelyn is at second. The runner at first is the courtesy runner, Soriano. In steps Lily Humphreys. Chance to do damage. Again, the Gentry defense is in. They're looking to cut off the run at the plate. Lifted out of play. Swing and a miss on that one. 0-2 the count. He's been effective with pace on the changeup to Jocelyn, and now Lily. Gives Lily something else to think about. Ball off the outside edge, 1-2. That changeup floats over but low. 2-2 the count. Equipment change for Coach Tinsley.
See how this works?
2-2.
2-2. Thank you. Sorry, I got distracted.
No, you're good. Yes, I'm sure this microphone is much better. Drilled. That ball might have hit Lily. She turned it around and hit a hard line drive right at the Gentry dugout. See a little bit of your life flash before your eyes if you're that close. 50 feet away from the plate. Don't see a lot of balls pulled that hard. 2-2 the count. Change up. Looped towards the bullpen. Going to remain. Two and two the count on Humphreys. Base is full of War Eagles. That one goes high. Count is full. They try and throw behind Ava, and it gets away. That's going to be far enough for Ava to score. She's going to score on the air. Still nobody out. Runners on first and second, and a full count to Lily Humphreys. Drilled to right field. That's going to be over the right fielder's head in one hop, off the wall and over. It's going to be a ground rule double. War Eagles are in business. That one ties it up. Still nobody out. We're going to look for a pinch runner here for Lily.
Great answer by the War Eagles here.
And a quick visit. Now batting, number 24, Carly Earl. Second and third, still nobody out. Runner at third is Destiny Soriano. Destiny Martinez played center field for Farmington last night and almost threw that out there for her. Changeup floats over for strike one. Lily stays in to run at second. I thought he might go get her, give that knee a breather, but he believes in his senior and wants her out there every chance he gets. Ball high, 1-1 the count.
We talk about her toughness every game, but basically playing with a torn ACL, right?
Yeah, not even basically. It's torn. It's just maybe not fully torn, but it's torn.
Yes.
So she's got a few weeks left of her high school career, and she's going to give it all she's got. That one lifted into left. A long run for both fielders. Left fielder's going to come up and make the catch. Comes up, throwing home, trying to get Soriano. No, and it gets away. Lily advances on the throw. It's a sacrifice fly for Carly Earl, and the War Eagles have taken a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the first. Now batting, number 22, Sydney Gaffney. And a quick meeting. I'll make sure I get the lowdown on what this conference is exactly later on.
About that, what do you think it's about? Trying to.
A couple different things. Probably talking to her about approach, and depending on where the infielder's in, it's also Sydney's somebody he loves to butt with. Like it could. I don't think you do it with Lily on third at this point in time, but and now you see the infield kind of halfway back, since it's not a force out. So we'll see. Maybe just telling Sydney to change her approach, find a way to make some contact here. That ball up and away. 1 ball the count on Sydney Gaffney. On deck batters, Gabby Kelly. Great response by the War Eagles after giving up 3 unearned in the top of the first. They answer with a lead change. Swing and a miss on a floating changeup.
Her changeup's working pretty well.
Very enticing, I'm sure.
Yeah,
It's hard to stay back on it. Keep hands back. Sydney steps back in. Fouled straight back. 1-2 the count. Still a big one left here, 2-2. Find a way right here. Scratch that other one across. Sails high, 2-2 the count. Fly ball would get it done. Ground ball to the middles might even get it done. Of course, anything on the green. That might even do it. There's a roller to first. She's going to run through the tag. Sydney's going to reach. I mean, I'll give her a hit. She's my daughter.
Yeah, I understand.
It's an RBI single, of course. Now batting, number 14, Gabby Kelly.
That had some wicked spin on it.
It did, and the only play, the first baseman wasn't in a position to make an out at first. The only play they had there was a tag. So Sydney aboard. War Eagles now are up 5-3, and here's Gabby Kelly. Ball high, 1-1 the count. And she's hit. Let's see here we got.
That on the elbow? Nothing by the filter yet.
Next batter's number 13, Libby Casto.
Little baseball and softball rule though, don't rub it, right?
Yeah, and I mean she's gonna ask. And I actually don't think it's a fair ask. Like, so you have the right to the box. Right. So, like, they're going to ask here if she stuck a flipper out there and got it. I don't think they're going to get that.
No,
maybe you get a conversation with umpires, but the rule is they discussed it in the Arkansas game last week. As long as you're in the box, you have a right to be there. There's no you got to get out of the way rule like we always used to talk about in baseball. That didn't exist, right? It's it's not you don't have to get out of the way, but you also can't lean into it. Bunts through it. Runners moving. Sydney on her way to third. It's going to turn into a double steal. Happy accident right there for the War Eagles as we bunt through the bunt and run.
Yes.
On to second and third goes Gabby and Sydney. Scoring position again for the sophomore Libby Casto. Good take right there as that one floated away and outside. With this, we bat through the order, Coach. We're going to get back to the top. Barring an unusual double play right here, Kyler waits on deck for her second at bat of the inning. Lifted to center. See if she's got her going. They hold, they freeze up, and Gabby's between. They throw behind her at second. See if Gabby can stay in a rundown long enough. They are. They're going to get it. The War Eagles are going to get a run out of it. Sydney's going to score. The bobble on the pickle play. Another run across for Heritage. It's 6-3.
I know there's an error, right?
Eventually there's an error, yes. Yeah, it's not a sacrifice fly because we weren't moving on it. Next batter's the leadoff hitter, Kyler Strickland. And we batted around, Coach. Great answer.
With this being a tournament game, is it a regular 7-inning game?
It is not. We will have an hour and 40-minute time limit, which you can play a full game in an hour and 40 minutes, but not if you're going to score 9 runs an inning.
Right.
Yeah, it's been I actually didn't see exactly what time we started. It should have been around 4:10, somewhere in that area. Shows bunt and pulls it back, 1-1 the count. And you would expect on a day like this, it's gorgeous temperatures and wind blowing out, there's going to be some runs scored, but this is a little ridiculous to have 9 on the board between both teams in the first.
Yes.
That one fouled away. 1-2 the count. That one lifted to center. That ball's going to carry all the way to the track, but into the glove of Alexis Lopez, and that's the way this one's going to end. 6 runs across on 4 hits and a runner left after 1. War Eagles 6, Gentry 3. Leading off the top of the second, number 55, Macy Holzkamper. It is 8-9-1. Can't feel too happy about ourselves because Gentry dropped a 3 spot in the top of the first 2. But a great answer by the War Eagles. That one lifted towards right. Jocelyn checks the fence, makes the catch. Nice work by Joker, just finding where she was going to be. Puts it in the glove, first out of the inning. It's exactly the way we started the ball game, except it was Ava the first time around.
Right.
Next batter is the second baseman, Tammy Kirk. Tammy Kirk, I do not believe we saw first time around. Left-handed hitter. You can see Gabby creeping up 8 to 10 feet in front of the bag at third. They don't trust her to not put a bunt down or to slap. Sydney is back at short. There's a strike over the outside edge. Nice work by Lillian. 1-1 the count. Foul tipped through the glove and back to the backstop away from Carly Earl. 1-2 the count. Carly doesn't like that one. She's going to throw it away. Had that kind of end of the bat. Could have cut it, kind of swing to it too. 1-2 the count. Ball high, 2-2 the count. Coach, we mentioned it last time they were in, but with the strength of the top of the order like Gentry has, even more important to get through the bottom of the order clean.
Yes, it is. Be nice. 3 up, 3 down here.
Swing and a miss. First 2 are gone. And the bases come up clean. Now batting is the leadoff hitter, Presley Ward. Here's Presley Ward, the shortstop. That bunted foul down the first base line. I don't ever love to see Presley Ward, but if I do, it's with the bases empty and 2 outs. This is exactly where we need to. This is the box we need to keep her in.
Yes.
Good, strong right-handed hitter. Pulls hard.
She's the one that hit a long home run on his left hand.
That was Little John, but she can do that. But it's going to hang up hit really hard, but right at Humphreys for the third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. After 1.5, War Eagles are up. Leading off the second for the War Eagles, second baseman Ava DeFreitas. I don't know where Ava found the walk-up song, but everybody's grateful.
They are.
Swing and a miss. Talk about that schedule change. We were going to play P Ridge in the morning, and instead we have added BB to the schedule. Coach Bowen, on a whim, inviting the number 1 team in 5A up here to take us on in the morning. That changeup floats high. 1-1 the count to Ava.
Definitely getting good competition this tournament.
For sure. Mentioned this Gentry team, they do not lose at comparable levels, right? They've lost a couple games, like I think Bentonville West got them. You know, we got them in a close game. They've been beating people 14, 15, 17 to 1 as they play their classification. Very good. Ava drills it to center. In comes Lopez, lays out and makes a great catch. No doubt about that one. Got the glove underneath it. Center fielder Alexis Lopez. Yes, BB, correct. Thank you, fan at home / wife. Next batter, number 4, Jocelyn Strickland. That means I had her barely paying attention, I think. But yes, BB's coming up. We played them a couple years ago over in Harrison. They had a pitcher named Kiki Pickens, who is now at Missouri Southern and has won, I believe, 3 Pitcher of the Week awards in the MIAA up there. And we mentioned they're number one in the state in 5A right now. It's going to be a very good test, which is actually exactly what Coach Bowen likes to do in these tournaments. Bring in quality teams. You don't get prepared for Rogers and Bentonville by not playing good competition. So. Changeup floated. That is a tough ball for Jocelyn Strickland. 1-2 the count.
Heritage crowd did not like that one.
Yeah. Off the edge. 3-1. I think I had the count backwards last time. 3-1. Good count for Jocelyn. Off the inside edge, that's ball 4. Next batter, number 20, Lillian Hagedorn. In steps the pitcher, Lillian Hagedorn. Runner on first now is Jocelyn Strickland. Grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. On to second goes Jocelyn. Lillian on at first. First 2 aboard now for the left fielder, Lily Humphreys. Now it looks like we're going to go with a courtesy. Courtesy runner on first is number 1, Destiny Soriano. Your batter's the left fielder, Lily Humphreys. In steps Lily. A classic bunt situation. I don't think she's bunting. Showed it, pulled it back inside. This is the universal first and second, nobody out, like everybody bunt situation type thing, right? But this is one of your better hitters, your senior. Day you feel like there's going to be more than just a few runs scored. Swing and a miss on a change up there. Tried to hold back but couldn't. Jocelyn's on at second. Destiny Soriano, the courtesy runner, is on at first after the single by Lillian Hagedorn. Carly Earl grabs the bat and steps out on deck. She's due next. Changeup drilled foul down the third base line. A lot of changeups in the late going here for Callie Jordan. And we mentioned last time, it was a high-scoring game last time, and Jordan threw them all. Like she is their best and a competitor. She's liable to finish this one, especially with a time limit. Ball high, 2-2 the count. Went fastball there after a couple of off-speed changeups. 2-2. That ball high, full count now on Lily Humphreys. Swings through that one. Catcher holds on to it. Strike 3 it is, first out of the inning. Next batter's the catcher, Carly Earl. In steps Carly. Sacrifice fly, I believe, the first time through. Change-up and a good one. If you can float that changeup in for a strike, it's normally a gimme strike early in the count just because the hitter's going to give it to you.
Right.
Which, why not if it's going to put you in a good shape. 0-1 the count. Changeup again. Fouled down the third base line. Carly shaking her head a little bit. On deck batter, Sydney Gaffney. Fastball out and away. Complete purpose pitch right there, Coach. Full intention of setting up this changeup that you're about to see.
Yes.
Or at least be alert for it. May not be. That's what I would have done. That one in on the hands.
Trouble.
And it's down. Gets by Lopez. On the way to second is Carly. He's going to wave Destiny. There's going to be a play at the plate. She's going to be out there. But there's a run across. War Eagles get another. They add one to it. We've played 2. War Eagles 7. Gentry 3. Leading it off for Gentry is the catcher, Olivia Nations. 2, 3, and 4 coming up for Gentry to face left-hander Lillian Hagedorn. She steps in for her third inning of work. That one lifted to right. Jocelyn and Ava.
Never a doubt.
Both called it. Next batter's the third baseman, Audrey Littlejohn. I think Jocelyn wanted that one. She gave a pretty good hard glove slap to Ava after that one, after they parted ways there.
Yeah.
Fastball's over but low. And I know they have, Ava is designated kind of fly ball captain on the infield because, as you mentioned, she does a good job of running those down. I think it's mostly for her and Sydney, but I don't know if that is deep and gone. Forget about that one. That's on its way to Gate Stadium. It's a home run for Littlejohn. The run we just scratched across, they get back. It's now 7-4.
She did the same thing through its last game.
There's a little bit more towards center field, but yes. Yeah. Absolutely crushed and onto 6th Street. And we mentioned before, all the more reason you want to see these guys coming up with the bases empty. Next batter is the center fielder, Alexis Lopez. And right on cue, as per usual, Alexis Lopez makes a great play in center, and here she is, Coach. It's
happens a lot.
Swing and a miss. On top of the count is Lillian Hagedorn. Good response by Lillian. Over the plate but low and in the turf. 1-1 the count.
Beautiful.
What's up, boss?
Sir?
How we doing?
Good.
Good.
Get your ears lowered?
I did.
Looks good.
A lot of them.
Looks good.
A lot of them. That one lined into left field. Going to get to Lily Humphreys on a couple hops. She gets it in. Sydney doesn't know where it's at, but no harm done. Alexis stays at first. Runner aboard and 1 out. Next batter is the right fielder, Evie Tomlinson. Gets to Tomlinson. Off the edge, snap throw by Carly. 1 ball the count, back safely is Alexis Lopez. Tomlinson handles the bat well. Lopez with good speed. Just have to be alert here. Gabby even with the bag. With velocity, but outside the plate. 2-0 the count to Tomlinson. Barger's on deck. She's the one that hit the 2-run double just inside the bag in the first inning. Good strike on the inside edge right there by Lillian. Good response. That one fouled back and out of play, and I'm not prepared for foul ball sound effects. I'm on my innings music.
Well,
unacceptable.
Again, it's like you got 10 jobs to do up here.
Well, that one popped up. Ava's going to chase it down over towards the line, and she's got that one. 2 gone. Tomlinson hit the one that got away from her in the first 2. Little revenge match right there from Ava DeFreitas, running it down in right field. Next batter is the first baseman, Cindy Barger. There was an announcement made about Cindy. I don't know if there was a defensive substitution or a runner that I missed along the way, but this is her spot due up. And as I mentioned, she's the one drilled it just inside that first base line. Good strike on the outside edge right there by Lillian. 0-1 the count. 2 are out here in the top of the third. And a high-scoring affair on early Friday afternoon. That one fouled back off the netting and right back to Carly. That's nice. Way in front is Lillian Hagedorn. Runner on first with good speed is Lopez. That one lifted to right center field. It's a long run for Kyler, but she's got it. Good range by Kyler. Had to cover a lot of ground, but got there. That ends the inning. A runner left, one across. We played 2.5. War Eagles lead at 7-4. For the War Eagles, number 22, Sydney Gaffney. Sydney Gaffney, Gabby Kelly, Libby Casto are the three due up for the War Eagles here. That one lifted to left. Didn't get enough of it, just short of the track. On to second goes Sydney. She's going to be there. Two-base hit. Going to be a question here whether she caught it and completed it. They'll go discuss it. The interesting thing with this one is that she's got no place to throw it to. It's not like she's picking it up and throwing it somewhere. So we'll see how they go it. Sydney, for the time being, is standing on second.
Does that go as a double if it's not an out?
It's a double. Well, they probably give an error to the center fielder on that one.
Oh, really?
I would think so. You can leave it however you want. We can see how the War Eagles scored if you want to. Okay. Well hit by Sydney. She's aboard.
I thought it was
on second. Next batter's number 14, Gabby Kelly. Ball high.
Yeah, the wind kind of hold that one back. I thought it was home run off the bat.
Gabby plunked again. Now batting number 13, Libby Casto. Yeah, they did score an error on Sydney's ball.
Okay.
As they should. It's a ball that should have been caught. First and second, nobody out. Bunted well at third. They throw it to third. She keeps it on, and they get the lead runner. Well played by Gentry. Littlejohn over to Presley Ward covering. To second goes Gabby. Reaching at first on the fielder's choice is Libby. Now batting the center fielder, Kyler Strickland. You actually don't see that a lot, Coach. Teams are just content to take the sure out at first on the sacrifice like that. Pretty aggressive play and well played by Gentry. In off the plate, 1-1 the count.
It looks like you're getting a sandwich.
We're getting a sandwich.
Hand delivered.
Dude, you really didn't have to give me a sandwich. Thank you, though. Thanks, man.
Hey,
Joey DeFreitas.
I didn't realize you were up here today.
But we'll see. It'll be perfect for us to split. We got it.
Thank you.
No problem.
Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't really want him to go get me a sandwich, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna complain about it either.
Hey, it looks really good.
Absolutely. Pulled pork made by the Stricklands. In the concession stand. Line down the line in left. It hits foul.
I'll get one.
I'm actually not going to eat the whole thing. Back into the box goes Kyler Strickland. 2-2 count. Fouled off her foot. Count's going to remain 2-2. Gabby's still on at second. Libby Casto over at first. One out here at the top of the War Eagle order. Swing and a miss. Down goes Strickland. Second out of the inning. Going to be up to Ava to deliver a 2-out hit. Now batting, number 2, Ava DeFreitas. Oops. That was an accident. Everybody's going to be mad at me.
Yeah.
Didn't get the hua-hua. Ava DeFreitas, daughter of sandwich deliverer Joey DeFreitas. So, some of our favorite people right now.
Yes, they are.
There's a strike over the inside edge. 1-1 the count. 2 are gone. Runners will be off on the hit. That one in off the edge. 2-1. We talked about good power, actually, to both fields. That one lifted to center. A little bit off the front foot, off the end of the bat. Back there is Alexis Lopez. She makes the catch, and that's going to end the inning. No runs and a couple left. After 3, we got a good one going with a bunch of runs. War Eagles 7, Gentry 4. For Gentry is the pitcher, Callie Jordan.
It's cool watching Sydney's replay over there.
Oh, yeah?
They did drop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is nice. Pitcher on pitcher battle right here. There's Little backdoor curveball, I believe, from Lillian over the outside edge. No balls and a strike. On the opposing pitcher, Jordan, who settled nicely after the first inning. She gave up 6 in the first to shut us down. 1 in the second, a goose egg here in the third. Quickly 0-2, 7, 8, 9. Jordan, Holzkamper, and Kirk. Good pitch, but they say just off the outside edge. Tough one to take right there, especially for a pitcher. I promise you, Callie Jordan would want it on the other side, but
Yes, definitely.
she takes it 1-2 the count. That one down into the War Eagle bullpen. Going to remain 1-2. Grounded towards second. Ava on the backhand. Steps, plants, throws. Well done right there by Ava DeFreitas. Leadoff hitter gone. Next batter is the left fielder, Macy Holzkamper. An alert Arkansas versus Georgia game changer alert across the phone. Razorbacks are at Georgia. They're playing at 5 tonight. Good hard strike on the inside edge right there from Lillian Hagedorn. We mentioned also there's another game going across town. That's part of the Bruce Eaton Invitational. Rogers is taking on Houston Christian. After that, we're going to make Houston Christian bus over here to play us. Grounder towards short. Gabby cuts it off. Nice play across the diamond. Catch is good for Jocelyn. A couple of nice plays by our War Eagle seniors, Ava and Gabby, and the first two are gone here in the fourth.
Yes, good aggressive play by Gabby there.
Yeah, if that ball gets to Sydney, I'm not sure Sydney can make that play as slow as it was hit. Next batter is the second baseman, Tammy Kirk. And as the third baseman, you're told to, unless you're going backwards, you get everything you can.
Yes.
Gabby did a good job. That one drilled to second. Ava with a backhand. Aren't going to make that one. That one a little bit tougher play, closer to the bag.
Yeah, it's a good hit.
That's an infield hit for Tammy Kirk. And they get this to the leadoff hitter, Presley Ward. Now batting the shortstop, Presley Ward.
And if she would have thrown that cleanly, it would have been tough to get her at first.
For sure. She was deep in the hole. Different play. So one aboard for Ward. Good strike there on the outside edge. Got that corner. Lifted to center, drifting back a little bit is Kyler. She looks like she's got it, and she does. That ends the inning. 2-out single is stranded, but no harm done in terms of runs. We've played 3.5. War Eagle 7, Gentry 4. It is Strickland, Lillian Hagedorn, and Lily Humphreys due up here in the bottom of the fourth. Coach, you mentioned between innings, but change up. Grounded foul. All she could do to wait that long, Coach.
Yes.
Too enticing to hit. It just could not wait any longer than that.
Yes.
But you mentioned it. They're in between innings. Both teams have settled in after the big first inning. 9 runs on the board in the first, only 2. But the combined team since. Bottom of the fourth, here's Jocelyn. Another changeup floats high, and we've seen them use more and more of this changeup these second and third times through the order.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, see. Yep. Yeah, sure. Yeah, whenever. It's not urgent. Yeah. Yeah, you bet. You bet. Again, one of a doubleheader tonight. War Eagles are not playing the second one. Second game is Harbor against Houston Christian. It's Houston Christian currently in action across town in Rogers. Going to make them bus over here. Ground ball over towards second, up and on to first. Hagedorn is gone. 2 away here in the fourth. Next batter is number 5, Lily Humphreys.
If I remember correctly from last year, Houston Christian is a pretty solid team.
They're talented. Coach Bowen's daughter coached them last year. She's not coaching. I don't even know if she's on the trip right now. Obviously still has a lot of relationships there. But a good opportunity for them to come up and play some good competition in a beautiful facility.
For sure.
Swing and a miss, threw one up in the zone. 0-2. You know, with a deeper staff, Callie Jordan might not have made it out of the first, and yet you leave her there because she's your best, and she's settled in just fine. Thank you. All of a sudden, she's thrown 3 really good innings of work here. Strike 3 called on one that Lily's not going to love, but that's the way it goes. No runs, no hits, no errors for the War Eagles. Through 4 complete, we remain at 7-4. Leading off for Gentry, the catcher Olivia Nations. 2-3-4 for Gentry here in the 5th. All those out there, hey, watching on Game Changer, welcome aboard. We are also available on YouTube. Shows bunt, pulls back ball 1 outside. You can search War Eagle TV in YouTube. Maybe that might show up bigger on that big screen TV you got at home. You never know. Coach Tinsley and I are on both of them either way. Ball 2.
They at the top of the lineup again.
2-3-4. 3-0 here. On deck batter Littlejohn. This is the one that threatened 6th Street and Gate Stadium last time up with a home run to deep left. See if we can get back in the count against Olivia Nations here. There's a strike on the outside edge. 3-1. Good answer by Lillian Hagedorn.
If she gets on here, does Bowen intentionally walk Littlejohn?
Ooh, if she gets on, I don't think so. But lifted to center. Kyler started back and is going to have to come in, but no problem for Kyler. Kyler roams center field really well. Makes a lot of those look really easy out there.
Yes,
Takes care of that one down. Next batter is the third baseman, Audrey Littlejohn. You know, even mentioned the ball earlier in the game. She was shaded to left center field and had to run a long way to run down the ball in right center. And I think off the bat, Coach Bowen just knows, okay, we got that. We got a girl playing there. Off the outside edge right there, hard fastball from Hagedorn.
I have a feeling we're not going to give her anything good to hit here.
Yeah. You got some good bats behind her. Strike over the outside edge. 1-1 the count. Certainly going to try and live on the edges. Off the outside edge, 2-1 the count to Littlejohn. Strike called to the top of the zone. Littlejohn let it go by. Good pitcher's count right here for Lillian Hagedorn. Off the outside edge. Screwball, 3-2 the count. And now to your point, I think you see, like you still throw a good pitch here. Like you don't throw a get-over fastball.
Yeah, nothing right down the middle.
Popped straight up. Carly back towards the screen. It's going to come back on her. And lands in foul territory. Wind a factor there.
And it's a tough play for a catcher.
It is.
Try to find the ball and then
find the fence.
Or surroundings.
Look up into the sun while you're at it. Good pitch on the outside edge. Down goes Littlejohn, and a big out recorded right there by 20 Lillian Hagedorn. Next batter is the center fielder, Alexis Lopez.
Great pitch up there.
Certainly was every bit as good a ball that got Lily Humphreys in the top of the inning for sure. That one lifted to left, right at Lily Humphreys. She puts that one away. Right on cue. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Would like to grab some insurance here. War Eagles still lead it, but it's still 7-4. For Carly Earl. It's Carly Earl, Sydney Gaffney, and then Gabby Kelly due up here in the bottom of the fifth. Still plenty of time left in this one. By my math, we're about an hour and 10 in. Again, we are playing with the time limit, so it's an hour and 40. You can finish a lot of games with an hour and 40 time limit. All you can do is start that last inning. But if you see something weird happen at the end of it, it's because we are on a clock here in tournament play just to make sure we get all the games in. For now, we just need to score runs. Strike over the inside part of the plate right there for Carly. 1-1 the count. And a great response by Callie Jordan after a big first inning. Settling in. Ripped. inside the line. Rounding first on the way to second is Earl. There's going to be a play there. Now it's cut off, actually. In there with a stand-up leadoff double is Carly Earl. And we're going to leave her there. No courtesy runner necessary. Next batter's your shortstop, Sydney Gaffney. This is a spot I like to put plays on, but you see where Little John is, and they do too. There's the bunt for us right there. They do it for us. Carly on her way to third. She advances. That's even better.
Yes, it is.
The third baseman, Little John, was right on top of Sydney. Like, if you get a bunt down there, like, normally when I like to do that is if somebody like Sid that might be able to beat it out anyway. As it is now, they're back. Gentry is coming in. Now you just need to lift the ball over the infielders' heads to get a run. Again, just find a way here, 2-2. Inside. Coach Bowen has reminded them in recent days that if you get hit with one of those, it's a base. She chose to get out of the way of that one, which she may or may not hear about between innings.
Right.
Change-up, floater, swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. Change-up's been effective.
Yes, it has.
Sid steps back in. Carly just 60 feet away. Gabby Kelly waits on deck. Curveball right there. Sid quit on it. You can kind of see it. It looked like it was coming inside and made its way back. 2-2 now the count. Little two-strike approach right here for 2-2. Standing right on top of that stripe. Change up. That's lifted straight up. That's not going to be deep enough to score the run. Back to get it is Presley Ward. She makes the catch still on the brown. Leadoff hitter, Sydney gone. Runner still at third. Next batter's number 14, Gabby Kelly. Staying in is the Gentry infield. Not one to see this lead get away anymore. Fouled straight back by Gabby. A good cut. And here come the Harbor Wildcats getting ready to play game 2 of the doubleheader. There you see Gabby tried to flinch into it.
Yeah, she did.
She got that one in the first. Looks like there are more barbecue sandwiches coming in, and we didn't even have to ask for these.
You were the man.
That squeeze was on. Carly was on. Ball was up in the zone, and it was a changeup. Gabby did all she could just to put a little bat on it there. Obviously wanted it in a fair territory, but that's one, Coach, you have to make some contact, or Carly's out to dry.
Yeah,
like she's in no man's land. Good job by Gabby. 1-2 now the count. Find a way here. She swings right through it. Leadoff hitter at third with nobody out. Now 2 gone. Going to take a 2-out hit from Libby Casto. Next batter's number 13, Libby Casto. Top of the order waits on deck in Kyler Strickland. Mentioned Libby, the sophomore. She's been getting more and more time with injuries to Tegan Holt and even Lily Humphreys to some extent. She's in DP duty today, hitting. Maddie Hughes is flexing out in right field for her. 1-0 the count. Fouled straight back. One and 1 the count.
Like you said earlier, I'd like to get at least another run here for insurance.
For sure. Check swing, fouled back. 1-2 the count. I had the chance to coach Libby in rec ball as a 7-year-old a long time ago. She's a good player then. She's a good player now. She will battle in this at bat. Strike on the inside edge. That's that curveball again. She goes down. War Eagles can't push across the runner at third. We go to the top of the 6th. It's still 7-4. number 10, Evie Tomlinson. Tomlinson, Barger, and the pitcher Callie Jordan due to face Lillian Hagedorn, who has gone the distance in this one. We have reached the top of the 6th. Good hard strike right there with the outside edge. Starts the inning 0-1 the count to Tomlinson. And Coach, who would have thunk it an hour ago that we'd only be sitting at 7-4 here after that big first inning by both teams.
I didn't think there was any way we'd get a full 7 in.
Now it looks extremely likely. Like it'd be hard not to get 7 at this point in time. It would take another one of those first innings like that. Let's put it that way. 1-1 the count. That one lifted into the gap in left center field. Tyler's got a long run. She lays out. She makes a great play. Put a star by that one. We've been bragging on Kyler going in both directions. Great play right there to shut off the leadoff hit, prevent the double in the gap. Next batter is the first baseman, Cindy Barger. A huge play right there, yes, Coach. Just to shut down the rally before it even gets started. Right. She had a long way to run. Yes. And of course, we mentioned Lily, as tough as she is, she's out there with 2 knee braces. Right. You know, so she doesn't have the range that she normally would have. So, hey, Kyler, go get them all, right? Yes. Can you get me a towel while you're at it?
Exactly.
And, you know, great work by Strickland. That one lifted to left. That's over Sydney's head and it's going to land in between the fielders for a single. Just in a bad spot. And Barger now with a 2-hit day at least. She got the big one in the first. Next batter is the pitcher, Callie Jordan.
That makes that catch by Kyler even more important.
Yeah, for sure.
Now he had probably first and third with nobody out, but it's better on first and 1 out.
Off the outside edge into the backstop. And this is about as far as we've seen Lillian Hagedorn go for us also. So like you're in a situation, obviously the ball usually gets handed to Jocelyn Strickland late in the game. Lillian's been throwing the ball very well. The 3 in the first were unearned. She's had an excellent game to this point. No reason to think she should be coming out here. Lifted down the line to right, into the War Eagle bullpen. 1-2 the count. Ball high, 2-2. Runner at second, first baseman Barger. Drilled to Ava. Gets away from her. That's going to be a base hit on a short hop to DeFreitas. First and third and 1 out. Going to get to the left fielder, Macy Holzkamper. And just a little timeout right here by the War Eagles just to come in and
I think Coach Teeter's a little frustrated with the runner at third for not. I think he wanted her to try to score there. But definitely would have been risky.
Yeah, it didn't get. I actually thought Ava was still going to be able to have a play at it. It just kind of scooted away from her a little bit. Tough play on the backhand side. War Eagles break the meeting. Next batter is the left fielder, Macy Holzkamper. So now, we'll see how we play this. I think we throw through on a steal here. Like we would trade a run for an out. Middles are back. There's a delayed steal. And they got the runner held up at third. Gabby to home. Runner is safe. That works out into Gentry's advantage, the double steal. Just beating the throw was Barger. Now a runner on second and one out for Holzkamper. Looked like we had that played just right, Coach. Picked the runner off a third, and then just a slight hesitation was all she needed to get a hand in across home plate.
Was that intentional by Gentry there, or did they?
It was a delayed steal. So it's kind of a delayed steal, or even just a walk-off play, right? What you could have done potentially is thrown it to pitcher instead of throwing it through. But there's lifted to center. Kyler's got a beat on that. Runner at second is tagging, and it's going to be deep. It's deep enough to advance the runner. She moves to third now with the 9th place hitter, Tammy Kirk, up. Next batter is the second baseman, Tammy Kirk.
Just like the last time these two teams got together, another close game tonight.
It is for sure. And this one's going down to the wire.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Fouled. This is Jamie Kirk. I've been calling her Tammy. And I will use Coach Tinsley as a reference because I will blame Coach Teeters for what obviously looks like a Tammy in the book or on the lineup card. But I heard a mom up there saying, "Go Tammy." It sounded very sarcastic, so I checked it out. So I apologize, Jamie. We'll get it corrected here for you. You got a great name and need to say it right. Over and low, 1-1 the count.
And I bowed for you with the hand.
That one grounded to second. On the backhand is Ava up. Nice play right there by Ava. That gets us out of it. One across, but no more harm done. Go to the bottom of the 6th. It's now 7-5. For the War Eagles, the center fielder, Kyler Strickland. In steps Kyler, and she's had a nice night, a big night defensively. See if she can cap it off here by getting a rally start in the 7th, and she does. She loops it to left. That's going to be a base hit. Rounding first and holding there is Kyler. She's aboard. War Eagles have a little something brewing. Next batter, number 2, Ava DeFreitas.
And like we always talk about, the great play in the field last year, next to bad hit.
And again, one of Coach Bowen's favorite toy combinations here with Strickland on at first and Ava Ava at the plate. Just have a lot of options right here, Coach. Good throwing catcher in Olivia Nations. Two 2-0. Now a good count. You can do a lot of things right here. Now you might certainly turn Ava loose, let her see if she can get a 2-0 fastball here. It's 3-0. It's high. And ball 4 it is. Now batting number 4, Jocelyn Strickland. First and second, nobody out. Elite speed on the bases. That one popped up. That's going to be an infield fly rule. Shortstop's going to make the catch, but that one didn't matter. By rule, we're already retired there. First out of the inning. Gets us to Lillian Hagedorn. Next batter is number 20, Lillian Hagedorn. Fouled away down the third baseline. First and second, one out. First game here of day 3 of the tournament has been a dandy, Coach Tinsley.
Yes, it has.
Fouled back again by Lillian. 0-2 the count on her. Errant throw by the coach is the laugh that you hear from the stands. They aren't very forgiving to coaches when they do that, because I know coaches aren't very forgiving when a player does that.
Exactly.
Lance Nations sprinted back into the dugout. He's going to be just fine. Ball inside. They try and throw it down to Kyler, and it gets away. That's going to be far enough for Kyler to go. Ava stays there, as it would have been a short throw to second. First and third now with one out. You have to, yeah. She has to reach it on the air. Has to be some way to get her to third. And again, speed in both places. 2 strikes on the hitter makes it a little bit different as far as what you would want to call everything you would want to call. Ava on the run anyway. Foul back. Up and in. Ava with the delayed steal. It's going to go through the cutoff. They try and throw home. Kyler is at home. Turnabout is fair play. Well done by double steal by DeFreitas and Strickland. We get that run back. It's 2-2 on Lillian Hagedorn, and now a speedy Ava DeFreitas out at second base with potentially another insurance run. Fouled down the third baseline. On deck batter is Lily Humphreys. Feels like Leon's been up here for a while. Floats well outside. 3-2 now the count. Good at bat by Lillian. Fell down, I believe, 0-2. She's battled her way all the way back. In the interim, we've scored a run. Stolen 2 bases. Fisted. That going to get down? It will. Ava had to hold up. Ball goes to center fielder. They're going to throw it, Ava. No play there. Holding at first is Hagedorn. Looks like a courtesy runner coming. Courtesy runner at first is number 1, Destiny Soriano. And your batter, number 5, Lily Humphreys. First and third situation here. Ava on at third. You could see it again, Coach. We saw a couple little delayed steals, walk-offs, floated high. Now they're just going to go back to pitcher at this point in time. Both teams probably saying, okay, enough of that.
Right.
But the danger in that is you now have second and third and 1 out. You got another runner in scoring position. That's why that situation just puts a lot of pressure on a defense. There's so many things you can do. You can bunt out of it, safety squeeze out of it. War Eagles have frozen on that ball on the inner half multiple times. Jordan kind of jumps to that left side of that lane, and then she throws a curveball that backs up and hits that front edge. I'm sure it looks like it's coming right at your back knee. Squeeze down. Here comes Ava. That's bobbled on third. Reaching first is going to be Lily Humphreys. She's going to takes a little bit of a left turn, and she's going to find her way back. Well done by Lily.
Sack bunt.
That's a sacrifice and an RBI. Pinch runner first is number 8, Izzy Mayhew. Your batter is number 24, Carly Earl. There's another meeting in the mound. And here we are again, Coach, at first and third and 1 out. War Eagles now lead at 9-5. Well executed squeeze on that one. By the way, we mentioned that situation where a hitter has to put a bunt down. Doesn't even have to be perfect.
Right.
Like it actually, she bunted it pretty hard at the third baseman, but with Ava on the run, the only play would have been at first, and it was bobbled. Inside, ball 1, 1 out. Kind of have a feeling this is the ball that Carly's going to bust out on right here. Down the line and left. Tried to make me right, but it was fouled. Grounded by the shortstop and into left field. Soriano's going to score. On to third goes Mayhew. Bowen's going to hold her there. On to second with a double is Carly Earl. War Eagles mark again. 10 runs now on 10 hits. Still only 1 out here in the 6th. Now batting number 22, Sydney Gaffney.
Davenport joked earlier about a 15-minute inning.
I mean, that is, so we actually have no idea exactly when we started. That's ripped to left by Sid. In comes one. Carly's around third. She's going to be held there. Sydney advances to second on the throw. It's another one in. Same situation, second and third, and 1 out for the War Eagles. Back in business now to Gabby Kelly. Now batting number 14, Gabby Kelly. And what we were finishing, the thought we're finishing, well, 2 things could happen. Gabby steps out here. We actually don't know when this game started. An hour and 40 minutes. We're getting in the ballpark, pardon the pun. Like they could just walk off at some point. But I still think we started around 4:10, which would mean we'd have about 6 minutes left. The key is just keep putting up numbers, and then it wouldn't matter if you got to go play the top of the 7th anyway. Gabby drifts it deep to left center field. That ball's going to get down and bounce out of play. It is a ground rule double for Gabby Kelly. Now batting number 13, Libby Casto. And we're to Libby Casto. And the War Eagles have bookended 6 runs in the first and 6 runs in the sixth. Mostly quiet between there and there. Just a really unusual line score, Coach, but we'll take it. In good shape right here. 13-5 is your score. Fisted to third, off third. There's going to be a double play. That's going to end the inning. Gabby's doubled off, but a lot of damage done. 6 runs in on the inning. Takes us to the top of the 7th. War Eagles have a little bit better cushion. It's 13-5. Leading it off for Gentry, the shortstop, Presley Ward. And we're at the top of the order. We mentioned how good that insurance was. I would have hated to get here with a 2-run lead in the top of this Gentry order up.
Yes.
In stands, Lillian Hagedorn. She has gone the whole way. She's given up 5 runs on 7 hits. 3 of the 5 are unearned from the first inning. She's pitched a gem outside of that. And a chance to throw all 7 against a good Gentry team. She's able to shut this one down here in the 7th. So all of our talk about time limits, Coach, and it isn't going to matter. Here we are in the 7th. That one lifted to left center field. Kyler's got to find the wall, and it's up and off the wall. Around second and on her way to third is Ward. She's going to get there with a leadoff triple. Saw a good carry on that one. While the wind just carried and helped that one along the way. Well hit by Presley. She's there at third with nobody out. Next batter is the catcher, Olivia Nations. And as I mentioned this, and I say this with all affection, I've seen enough of Presley Ward in my softball career. We've seen her a lot in the summer. She did a lot of that very thing right there since she's been about 11. So, really good player for Gentry. She stands at third with 1 out. Just respond right here now, Lillian. We just got to get outs. Just got to keep adding up outs. Just a mentality here, Coach, to pitch with a lead. Like, you don't worry if you get up a run, it's bad for your RA. That's too bad. Yeah. Let's go get these outs and just get out of here comfortably.
Get the win. Try
and get a W. Grounded to second. It's going to be up the middle for a hit. Think of the mess we would have been in if we came in here 7-5. Next batter is the third baseman, Audrey Littlejohn. Now one aboard with nobody out. The big power threat in this lineup. There's more than one, but Littlejohn is the most dangerous. She's already hit 2 home runs in this stadium this season. Just so you know, she doesn't play here.
And both of them no doubters.
That ball off the outside edge. I believe those 2 home runs might lead whoever hits the most home runs at Oriole Stadium this year. Right now, Jocelyn's got a couple, but those have been on the road. She likes hitting here, evidently. 2-0 the count to her. And again, and this is one where I wouldn't have minded just a quick visit here either.
Right. Settle her down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you said, so we got a 7-run lead.
2-1 the count to Little John. Low and outside. 3-1 the count. And ball 4. She takes her base. Runners advance to second. And here comes Coach Bowen. We'll see. He may just make the switch right here. And it looks like he's going to. But an excellent game right there by Lillian Hagedorn. Looks like we're going to hand the ball to Jocelyn to finish it, but should be nothing, absolutely nothing to hang her head about here.
Gabby going to first.
Gabby's going to first.
Yeah, Lillian, she pitched really well.
On to pitch for the War Eagles, number 4, Jocelyn Strickland. And the defensive changes, same as we've seen when we've made this move here the past couple games. Libby Casto is going to come in and play third. Lillian is going to move from pitcher to right. And then Gabby Kelly is going to slide from third to first for her third career game at first. None of them were before 2 days ago.
Right.
We had that conversation yesterday here in the booth. I was like, surely she would have played it somewhere along the way. No, she believes this is the first she's ever played first. But again, as we talked about, Gabby will play anywhere. She'll do anything you tell her to do. Next batter for Gentry, number 21, Alexis Lopez. And now from a mentality on a defense, you're looking for an out, just not trying, you don't have to force a double play. Need to start adding up some outs. Swing and a miss, excuse me, foul tip. That goes back into the helmet of Carly. Umpire does a good job here, just buying her just a little bit. In addition to everything else back there, Carly wears glasses back there behind the plate, so that can rattle those around too. She's fine. 0-1 the count. Choosing to be catcher is it's a tough life choice, Coach.
Yes, you got to be tough to be a catcher.
Absolutely. My grandmother caught for 24 years before they had masks.
Oh, wow.
They did actually in the middle of her career. They actually added masks, and she'd show you her hands from catching fast pitch, and they're all broken and bruised up. That one goes back to the screen. Runners are going to advance. Second and third now. And again, the War Eagles with a good lead, but you don't want. I mean, you can hear the life in the Gentry dugout. Like you don't want to get to a point where you get the tying run on deck, or go ahead run even on deck. There's a strike over the inside edge. 2-2 the count. And now again, infield back, of course. I mean, you'd gladly trade this run for an out right here. The one you need is still in the dugout. Changeup, grounded towards short. Casto cuts it off. On to first, and it's going to get by Gabby into the right field corner. 2 runners are going to score. On to second goes Lopez. They inch themselves even closer. It's 13-8.
Still nobody out.
Still nobody out. Next batter is the right fielder, Evie Tomlinson. And if we mention how big those insurance runs were, that would have been the go-ahead run coming across there. Throwing through is Carly. The runner Lopez back. Shadows getting long. You can see Libby shielding her eyes with her glove. This one grounded towards Libby. Gets through her, picked up by Sydney. No throw at first. Another runner aboard. First and third with nobody out. And things have all of a sudden gotten exciting. Next batter is the first baseman, Cindy Barger.
Brand new ball game again.
It is for sure. And now you're getting to the point where you need to start getting outs before you get back to the top of this order.
Oh, no doubt.
Ball down. And this would be a little different scenario. Again, first and third, if they try the walk-off play here again, we would let that run score and trade it for the out. War Eagles just in desperate need of an out right here. Off the outside edge is Jocelyn. 2-0. Never easy, Coach.
No, it's not.
And why would it be? Get the blood pumping,
Exactly.
Get your blood pressure up a little bit.
Yes.
That one lifted, and that's going to find a hole in left center field. Just a pop up in the right place. Barger on with yet another hit. First and second now, and as we mentioned, now the tying run is in the on-deck circle. All of a sudden, 13-9. Next batter is the pitcher, Callie Jordan. Nine runs, 10 hits, 4 errors for Gentry, 13, 12, and 3 for Heritage. That one fouled back and out of play.
Where are they at in their lineup here?
This is 7, 8, 9. Over but low. 1-1 the count from Jocelyn.
Warriors love to get back to the top of their order.
And we do have the last bat in this one as well. That one looped to short. Infield fly is going to get us on that one. Sydney put it away anyway. First out of the inning, mercifully.
Yes.
Next batter is the left fielder, Macy Holzcamper. Now at the 8-hitter Holzcamper, 9-hitter Jamie Kirk. First ball down from Jocelyn. One of the challenges of this one, I don't even know if Jocelyn was down in the bullpen at all. With Lillian throwing well. That one in and down. But in high school ball, you have to be ready at all times. You get your 6 or 7 in the circle and go.
Right. Yes.
Ball 3. Need to find a way to battle back here. Final from across Rogers. Houston Christian 6, Rogers 3. Houston Christian did not come up just to play. It looks like they came to come up and get a couple.
Compete. Sure.
And ball 4. Bases are going to be loaded. Now the tying run is in the box. Next batter is the second baseman, Jamie Kirk. Forces everywhere. Why don't you dial me a ground ball right back to pitcher here. See if we can get a little 1, 2, 3 and get out of it. Presley Ward waits on deck. Strike over the outside edge. Nice work by Jocelyn getting on top of the count. 13-9 is your score. Bases are full of Pioneers. Evie Tomlinson's on at third. Barger's on at second. Macy Holzcamper's over at first. Off the outside edge there. 1-1. Carly tried to frame that one about a foot. Umpire not buying that one. Change up in the turf. 2-1 the count. Ball 3 outside. Find a way right here, 4. Spin it up here, see how far she can hit it. And ball 4 down. We walk the, ball goes into left field. Runners are going to advance, throw at third. No play there.
Run scored, right?
The run did score. There was only 3 balls on the hitter. We had 3 balls on the board. I thought we were at 3. I thought we were full already.
I just now put 3.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah.
all right. There's ball 4. So we have walked the 8th place and 9th place hitter to get to the heart of this Gentry order. Next batter is the shortstop, Presley Ward. And here comes Coach Bowen. Fans, again, we thank you for coming out and supporting the Brewstein Invitational at the Rail Yard. We've had a great one here in Game 1 of Day 3. Still 1 to go. You can see Harbor warming up in the bullpen. They will be taking on Houston Christian. A final from across town at Rogers. Houston Christian 6, Rogers 3. So that should be a good one following this one. Again, 3 games will be coming up here tomorrow. We will get started at 9 a.m. Gentry, I know you guys are across town at Rogers. Heritage will be right here at 9 a.m. taking on Beebe. Back on the pitch for the War Eagles, number 20, Lillian Hagedorn.
You know what it was? It was 3-1 count. And that was a strike. She thought she'd walked.
Oh, was it? I thought it was ball 4. Okay,
No,
I
I thought it was
didn't.
strike.
No,
Yeah.
wow, that totally gets it.
Yeah.
Because I had called it too.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He did the strike.
So now the War Eagles with Coach Bowen, we're going back to Lillian here. So just reverse all the defensive changes we made. Bases are full. Tying run is at first. The go-ahead run is in the box in the person of Presley Ward, and back on to pitch is Lillian Hagedorn. Still just 1 out in the inning. Strike over the outside edge by Lillian. Ball outside. 1-1 the count. Dangerous hitter, certainly with home run power here in Presley Ward. We saw this is the group that started this mess in this inning. Lifted to left, off the end of the bat. Lily's going to have it. Throw's going to go, I believe, to actually overthrow the cutoff. Run's going to score. And they've got an out. They say she left early. The War Eagles alert and through to third. That's going to be the way the ball game ends. That's going to be your final score, ladies and gentlemen. In a good one here. War Eagles 13, Gentry 10. Gentry, again, thanks a lot for coming over in the Brewstein Invitational. We'll see you guys tomorrow at Rogers.
That run didn't count, right?
Run would not count.
Wow, keeping me on my toes there. Yeah.
Exciting way to end it. War Eagles, they don't even appeal. They actually go back and get the force out at third. That's a War Eagle victory. Coach, it wasn't without some bumps down the road, but the War Eagles got it done here on a Friday night.
We'll take the win for sure, any way we can get it.
All right, we want to thank the crew here of War Eagle TV. We are going to